Learning Unit number 8 in Proclaiming the Bible here at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. We're about halfway through the course, and I hope that you have some sense of growth and development in this challenge of preaching. I want us to think together during this learning unit about to persuade or not to persuade. Is it really any business of the sermon to try to persuade someone? Should I try to persuade someone in my preaching, or isn't that really the role of the Holy Spirit? That my role is simply to proclaim the facts of the gospel and then to let God do whatever He wants to do, and that if I've been faithful in proclaiming the facts of the gospel, that I have then fulfilled my responsibility. Well, in looking at that question during this learning unit, we're going to examine more closely many of the specific words used in the New Testament for preaching or proclamation, and to see if in the examining of the vocabulary used in the Bible itself for preaching, if it gives us an insight into just exactly what the nature of preaching should be and how it relates to this task of persuasion. What is the role of the Holy Spirit in preaching? If it is appropriate to try to persuade people, what are some common problems in achieving persuasion? Is there any difference between persuasion and manipulation? And if so, what are those differences? And if it is appropriate to try to persuade in my preaching, how do I ensure that I am achieving persuasion but not manipulation? Should you really be trying to persuade people in your preaching? In our next learning unit, we're going to ask the question, what about me? What about my personality in preaching? I'm not just a potted plant stuck over in the corner, am I? What role should your personality play in your own preaching? See you then.